Welcome to this collection of wisdoms from Martin Luther King Jr. From his powerful speeches and writings, King left us a legacy of hope, courage, and inspiration. His words continue to resonate today as we face new challenges and opportunities. Through his commitment to justice, equality, and nonviolence, King led a movement that transformed a nation and inspired the world. So, let these wisdoms be a reminder of the enduring power of Martin Luther King Jr.'s vision and a call to action for all of us to keep striving toward a more just and peaceful world. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Nothing in all the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. We may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. The time is always right to do what is right. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. The ultimate tragedy is not the oppression and cruelty by the bad people but the silence over that by the good people. If you can't fly then run, if you can't run then walk, if you can't walk then crawl, but whatever you do you have to keep moving forward. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. The time is always right to do what is right. We must live together as brothers or perish together as fools. Freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor, it must be demanded by the oppressed. The quality, not the longevity, of one's life is what is important. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. The first question which the priest and the Levite asked was, "If I stop to help this man, what will happen to me?" But the Good Samaritan reversed the question, "If I do not stop to help this man, what will happen to him?" He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. We must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. There is some good in the worst of us and some evil in the best of us. When we discover this, we are less prone to hate our enemies. We must use time creatively, in the knowledge that the time is always ripe to do right. Nonviolence is a powerful and just weapon. Indeed, it is a weapon unique in history, which cuts without wounding and ennobles the man who wields it. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus but a molder of consensus. The time is always right to do what is right. Our scientific power has outrun our spiritual power. We have guided missiles and misguided men. We must build dikes of courage to hold back the flood of fear. Wars are poor chisels for carving out peaceful tomorrows. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. The hope of a secure and livable world lies with disciplined nonconformists who are dedicated to justice, peace and brotherhood. I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless midnight of racism and war that the bright daybreak of peace and brotherhood can never become a reality. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. We must walk on in the days ahead with an audacious faith in the future. The art of acceptance is the art of making someone who has just done you a small favor wish that he might have done you a greater one. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. We must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. The soft-minded man always fears change. He feels security in the status quo, and he has an almost morbid fear of the new. For him, the greatest pain is the pain of a new idea. Function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers. We must use time creatively, in the knowledge that the time is always ripe to do right. We must build dikes of courage to hold back the flood of fear. Courage is the power of the mind to overcome fear. Thank you for watching this video about the powerful words of Martin Luther King Jr. His quotes and sayings continue to inspire and motivate people around the world to strive for justice, equality, and peace. As we reflect on his legacy, let us remember the importance of standing up for what is right, even in the face of adversity. Let us also remember the power of love, empathy, and understanding in bringing about positive change. May we all be inspired by Martin Luther King Jr.'s words and strive to make the world a better place for all.